Hello, we're talking from Thrive Hive today with Dean Larsen. In bed with two beautiful men. Who would have thought? This is what happens in
This is the way we start all of our interviews. I'm Slater, Debt Mastery. Helen.
Helene
What's
Helene Wiess, or Helen. I'm Helene Wiess from Germany originally. But
what's your business name?
Oh, my business name,
Yeah,
NLP
yeah.
Coaching. That's my business name.
So you are just Helen?
Yeah, I'm just
I thought
Helen.
you had some fancy name.
No, who needs fancy
She
names?
is the company.
She is the fancy name.
She is it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but actually we're talking about Dean today.
We are.
Yeah, because he created a beautiful business, community business here in Bali. It's a co-working, co-living community. It's called Thrive Hive. And we want to know all about it. Tell us about it, Dean, and also what you love so much about it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is really creating a sanctuary. That's the basis of a safe space for us to come together and work and play and really change up the way we've been living.
And that's why we're on his bed, because this is how safe it is. And I don't mean in a sexual way. Like
Right.
we are invited into his bedroom to shoot a video because that's the community we're in.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
it's
you
not,
instantly feel safe, you feel at home, you come in
Yeah.
and you just feel like you can talk to anyone. How many people are living here right now?
10 at the moment.
10 people
Wow.
from...
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
From everywhere. So basically we've had people come in and out, and they've all been, 2 weeks to 1 month to 2 months, and basically we're just collaborating on individual businesses and a collective project, which is co-living and recreating the way we're living and working and playing. So it's
Okay.
a little bit of a holistic approach to how we've been doing things in the past. I'm finding that the whole sort of concept around this is to stop separating everything we do in our lives and sort of bring it together.
Bring it together.
Yeah.
So what's your story then? What's your past? Like what brought you to get here and create this beautiful
So,
place?
okay, I'll give a quick story.
Yeah.
Basically 6 years in the military. I was an avionics technician, which is sort of like an engineer, technician, and I fix aircraft, all electronics and that.
Wow.
So totally different headspace, totally like, really logical thinking, no real creativity going on up there. So it was difficult for me because I didn't really fit the whole time. As much as ambitious I was, I went to become a fighter pilot, because that was the so-called, bee's knees of things to do in the military, right? It was the top of the top. So I went for it, and I spent 2 years getting there. At the same time, we were building a business outside of the military, and
What kind of business were you building back then?
gelato and coffee.
nice.
How
Yeah.
How good is that? How different?
Sounds very pleasurable.
So very just testing what we can do with our lives, me and a buddy, and pushing the limits, and built up stress just because I was run by a story from society, which is, basically, follow the money, follow what other people want, a pilot is like people will appreciate you, people will love you if you're this figure, right? So testing us flying, how we could adapt to the air, and I failed pretty dramatically, and I basically just threw it all in. We closed the business. I left the Defence Force in 2 weeks, which is unheard of.
All right.
And that's a rethink.
That's a
major
rethink. Was that your turning point, you would say? Where you,
for that
where
stage
you said,
in my life, yeah.
Crash, and now I have to do it. If I start again, I start entirely different?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, basically that was it. Just the pressure and the tension, and it's just like, no, this isn't, this is very stressful.
How did you pull yourself out of that situation?
Yeah, it didn't really. So I got an opportunity to basically utilize my skills I had.
Yep.
I didn't drop all my skills. I utilized my skills. I gained a position on a super yacht boat, on an expeditionary yacht that travels the world and explores places.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Really cool boys gig.
Yeah.
Helicopter,
Boys
boats,
like that kind of
scuba
stuff,
diving.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty insane, really. So I flew to the States. This was after 2 weeks I quit the defense and just went boom. I'm in Savannah, Georgia, and I flew there, right?
All right, Savannah, Georgia now.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
So a big shift. This is moving along quite quick. But what I'm saying is I still utilize my skills to be able to travel and explore. There was a limitation to that exploration because I was still working 9 to 5. I was still working a 5-day work cycle, and it was super intense. It it was still like the alpha male sort of crowd. Like I lived with another 10 dudes on the boat.
Oh, God. How was that? Like so many guys around.
Very intense.
No females.
So most boats have females, but this one didn't, and that built up a lot of stuff in me because I don't appreciate bullshit and surface level stuff. So I ended up, basically we left the States and travelled to Spain over a few weeks, and I decided to just jump. And that was another catalyst moment. And that was frustration. So for me, for me it was a build-up of frustration and tension in my body, and not gelling with who I want to become.
And how did you find release? How did you release that tension? What did you do, or what skill or strength did you use to?
What book was it, or what was it? Some mentor, or
what happened? How did you make that change?
I was exploring, you know, passion sort of based businesses online, etc. And I've come across a guy called Jacob Sokol. And
how do you write his name? Jacob?
Yeah,
Sokol.
Sokol. So he's based around supporting people, coaching people, and developing their passion-based business. Or at least discovering, you know, centering themselves and discovering who they are. So what happened was I signed up to a retreat. You know, I just said, hey, I need an anchor. I threw out an anchor. I said, look, I'm doing this. It doesn't matter, I'm doing this because this is a total new reality. I found a tribe of people. So
can you explain for people who don't know what a tribe is or means? Sure. Can you explain what do you mean when you say tribe?
So basically a group of people that understand who you are or who you want to become, and they align with your values.
So it's a values-based community.
But no, where was the retreat?
The retreat was here in Bali.
Bali?
Yeah. Alright, so this is actually how you ended up coming to Bali and finding this place and finding this kind of community here.
But the biggest thing was being able to have an online community that I could connect with, his community, that sort of understood me, and the anchor, the pulling point was him and this experience.
Alright.
So I basically threw out that experience and committed financially to this. And that enabled me to start catalyzing, actually making a step into who I want to become.